Then I guess I'll have to show you the door. There is no need to say you love me. It would be better left unsaid.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the third episode of Red Flags, aka the gayest things you did before actually coming out. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about one of my all-time favorite girl groups, the Spice Girls. Who's excited? Anyway, as I mentioned in the first episode, I grew up in a predominantly white area of Pasadena, Maryland. So whenever there was any multiracial crew on TV, I was always assumed to be the darkest one. So like when Power Rangers was out, I always had to be the Black Ranger when we were role-playing Power Rangers. Since when I was a kid, I was obsessed with breakdancing movies, and the Black Ranger was a breakdancer, so I was okay with it. But then around 5th grade, the mega hit girl group, the Spice Girls, was on the scene. And everybody assumed I just had to be scary. AKA the black one. Yeah. With the tongue piercing and the afro and the leopard print everything. It's like, no, I was not scary. Clearly I'm sporty. Have you not seen me? I'm sporty. Jeez. In that same vein, I had won the Best Athlete Award at my elementary school out of like 300 kids. Yeah, me and one other guy, we won Best Athlete. I can do a backflip, always could, and also I wore jogging pants to school every day because I was ashamed of my legs, but yeah. And I didn't have boobs, so it's like, yeah, clearly I'm sporty. After the Say You'll Be There video came out, I was obsessed with the group because I've always been a fan of awesomely bad movies, and their music video is a parody of 70s exploitation movies, like old kung fu movies and blaxploitation movies. And I didn't even know them as like scary, sporty, posh, baby, or anything. I knew them as those weird cult film names they had in the music video, like Katrina High Kick and Blazing Bad Zula, all those other ones. Yeah. And it wasn't until the Wannabe video became more popular that I was like, oh, okay, now I know who you are. And I just had to have all the cassette singles and the CD singles and the albums, all the Spice Girl memorabilia. They had a magazine at some point. I had that. But still, I kind of hid my Spice Girl obsession from my straight guy friends. I was just going into middle school at the time. So it was my 12th birthday party at Pizza Hut, and that my parents threw for me. And for my big present, as I opened it up, my parents, they got me a 3-foot gold framed poster of the Spice Girls with all my friends around me. And so my mouth was just gaped open for like 5 seconds because I had to try and contain my excitement and pretend I didn't actually like it, even though I loved the gift. But my guy friends were there, and I was like, yeah, girl power, yeah. They didn't know I was a fan. But anyway, later in middle school, I ended up having dance parties in my basement to Spice Girl music videos, back when music videos were a big deal. And the Spice Girls, I think their music videos were actually better than the songs themselves. They were like mini movies, and they were so much fun. I think the one I liked the most, besides Say You'll Be There, was Who Do You Think You Are? Which is their disco song. And, clearly, they're in a gay bar in that music video. Because there's a lot of stuff going on in that video. I think so much so that that video wasn't shown in the US for a while. But it was pretty awesome. I loved it. And then, of course, there's the movie, Spice World, that came right before Ginger Spice left the group. And my mom took me to the theater to see it, and there were only 8 people in that theater. But I had the time of my life. I loved every second of it. And I think after the movie, Scary Spice became my favorite. Against all odds, she became my favorite because she was sassy and sarcastic and funny and fabulous. I loved her. And Sporty Spice was basically just the butt of every joke because she didn't have boobs. And, she's basically a man. It's like, that was basically, that was her role in the film. So I gravitated more towards Scary after that. And then soon after, Scary Spice, she did a song with one of my favorite artists, Missy Elliott, called I Want You Back. And yes, I do have it on vinyl. Yeah. I'm the M to the ELB, you know me. I'm the MISSY to the E. And I got many flows from overseas, but how can you beat with no keys? It's a horrible song, but I loved it. And my white friends had no idea it was even released. So I remember I recorded it on VHS off of BET one day and showed one of my white friends. Adrienne, my best friend. I still talk to Adrienne. I showed it to her and she was just blown away because it was hot. So yeah, Spice Girls, one of my favorite groups, and especially since they spoke up for women. They were advocates for women's rights and for equalization between the sexes. So I love that they could promote their message and still do it in a fun, colorful, bright way, which stuck with me even through college when I was making films and everything. When I was making documentaries, I still didn't shy away from using bright primary colors and using fun imagery while still trying to get a serious message across. And I admire them for that. The Spice Girls played a huge role in the person I am today, so I thank you. Lastly, I just want to remind you all to like my blog. I hate sending direct invitations to people on Facebook, but like my shit, but yeah. Just go ahead and like my shit. If you like the videos, if you like my actual blog where I write entries every week or so, I try to do it, but it's more of a hobby at this point. Please do so, and I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.